Greetings. I hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. Hey, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been supporting me. If you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell. Drop a like, a comment, all that good stuff. The interaction, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and I'm always grateful. Hey, I want to give a shout out to No Hippie Transportation trucking channel. Always been supportive, and also I was watching one of his videos about the mental health aspect of the trucking, and I want to say something. Try to build a support system when you're in trucking. Always try to find someone you can talk to. When you make a career change from the regular 9 to 5 to trucking, there is so much. Even when you do your research and you think things are going to be A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Man, in the trucking industry, it doesn't go like that all the time. You can't make plans. And even just being out here, you're away from family, you're away from friends. You're not socializing as much. You're learning a new skill. You have to be focused on this job. And it can take a toll on you mentally, and a lot of people don't talk about that. Now, we all know it takes a toll on you physically, and that's no joke. I tell students sometimes, you just joined the trucking industry, you want to drive for 4 or 5 hours straight. Your knees are fresh, your back fresh. I tell them, listen, it's okay after 2 hours to take a 10-15 minute break, stop, use the restroom. 3 hours, that's all right. When you start to drive 4 or 5 hours at a time for 2, 3, 4 months, your knees will start to tell you what's really going on. And you'll thank me later. I try to protect you from yourself. You might not know this because you are new and you feel fresh, especially when you build up your driving stamina. Because in trucking, you will find that operating a car is different from when you're operating a truck and trailer driving long distances, if you know what I mean. The first week or so, you're going to be able to go, a couple hours. Then the second week, you're going to be better. So by the third week, usually, you want to feel like, hey, I'm going to drive 400 miles straight, 300 miles straight. And it's possible, and you can do it. And there are people that do it. I normally advise against it because I know the toll that it takes on your body after a period of time. Even when you get up to get out the truck, when you step down, you start to feel it in your knees. When you're starting to get up in the truck, you start to feel it in your knees. So I try to help people to protect them from themselves. But back to the mental aspect of it. You're out here, you're driving, you got the white lines, you got the road, your steering wheel, and this truck. I always say you think about stuff you want to think about, you think about stuff you don't want to think about. You have a lot of time to yourself. You also have to stay focused on the road. You don't want your mind just wandering away. You know what I mean? But even when you are parked, sometimes, when you're out here on the road, it doesn't mean that stuff back home stops happening. I had a friend recently who had her father passed away. She had to stop training, go home, deal with that aspect of it, and then come back to finish up her training. And these are things that happen in trucking. If you're a person in a relationship, you got stuff going on back home. If you got kids, you got stuff going on back home. So sometimes emotionally out here, you're connected to home. You're trying to communicate with everybody. You're trying to keep up with what's going on. And then sometimes you even have to tell people back home, hey, I'm just going to take a day or two to focus on what I'm doing out here, because I find like, you can't, I don't want to use, but you can't even use the word distraction. It's not distraction. It's part of your life. This is why you do what you do. But, you got to focus out here. And, it takes a lot on the body, on the mind, mentally sometimes. So it's very good to have a support system. Find somebody to talk to. If you find that you feel emotionally drained, then now it might be a time to reach out to HR and be like, hey, I need a break. And that's okay. What you don't want to do is be operating this truck and trailer with 70,000, 80,000 pounds with a mental issue out here. That's when good things don't happen. You know what I mean? So know your limits, have a support system, and with saying that, don't give up. Stay strong. Stay strong. You did not come this far to quit. Hey, you got to make it through this, and I'm always here. If you got a question, drop them in the comment section. As I always say, I hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. Stay safe.